Hello, this is Kaya. I'm talking to you from beyond the grave because a certain book put me there. Here, take this. This is a formal invitation to my funeral. Be your best goth self and don't forget to honor the fun in funeral. Stones of Light is the second book of the Threadlight series. If you haven't read the first book, what are you doing here? If you haven't seen my review on the first book, what are you doing here? Away with you! Whoosh, whoosh. I can't kick you out if you don't mind me ruining the series for you with spoilers. But do something good for yourself and go read the books, okay? And come back to my channel too. Love you! We pick up right where we left off in the last book, so in the middle of chaos. Everybody is still running after the destruction of the core seal, and it's funny how they all went in different directions. Also clever because we get to see a little bit of all these locations, which is something that was done in the first book as well and that I loved. By the way, I messed up a little in my previous review. I said that we got to see Thalia, but nope, it was actually Zinnosia. We get to Thalia only in this book. Oopsie. So Chrys ends up in the Wastelands. New location unlocked. L in Alchaeus. Boring. And the Zeta are in Thalia. New location unlocked. Nobody's down there in Zinnosia. Nobody cares about Zinnosia. Chrys and the mum is back, and he's depressed as understandable, considering he still has that worm of a voice in his head, but not for too long actually. The Apogee decided that Chrys wasn't good enough of a host anymore and he stole a couple new bodies for himself and his sister. He has a sister! Both of them are ruling the Wastelands. Can you believe that? And they call themselves gods! Talk about superiority complex. Now a lot happens here. Chrys thinks it's a good idea to trust the evil twins. I thought you were brighter than that, Chrys. And after some crazy chain of events, he finds himself jumping in a very deep well with another prisoner and his mom. Willow just popped out of nowhere. I love it. And you won't believe this, but not only do they survive the fall, they meet the Mad Hatter. Yes, definitely him. And he's the other sibling of the evil twins. The one they threw in a well with a tiny invisible pet because he wasn't evil enough. Of course he's gonna be mad. Anyway, we learned so much here about the self-proclaimed gods, thread weaving, planting threadlight magic stones in the heart to create thread weavers. Hear that, Alabella? Or even mixed thread weavers. Yes! One can be both sapphire and emerald now. Crazy! And they can teleport too. Too much crazy. Me can't handle. But let's go back to Chrys. Chrys still pretty much has the same problem as in book 1. He doesn't suck as a character, but everything surrounding him is much more interesting than Chrys himself. That's the only thing that keeps me enjoying his chapters, honestly. There's always a lot going on, we almost always make new discoveries, and the plot is allowed to advance. At least I know what the Stones of Light are. What's the title of book 3? Luther. I don't have anything to say about him. He's boring. I just wanted to make fun of the moment he went and kidnapped his own child. That same one that got blinded and snatched by the creepy priest? Yeah, that one. Luther just put him in a box and started running. Elle was running in the opposite way and she was like, I didn't see that. And I pretty much reacted the same way. I didn't see this character exist. Nope, not for a second. Iriel. Superhero Iriel is in the place. And she's depressed too. Honestly, same. Who am I to judge? More seriously, I loved Iriel's POV because we get to see our favorite Pokemon. Only a bit because Iriel is sick of him. No, really. She left a demon baby to somebody and went to a party. Okay, really seriously now. Iriel is going through postpartum depression. And it's made even worse with Chrys being away. I can't pretend to know what it's like. I have no children. But I appreciate the honesty. People tend to only mention the best parts of motherhood. So when you happen to go through something similar to this, you feel guilty and not good enough, just like Iriel did. Have babies, you'll see, it's awesome. Sure, but what do you do when your kid starts shooting yellow threads to bind you and do demon shit? Iriel becomes besties with Alverax and they go to a party. They have fun for like 2 seconds before they have to run and Iriel gets captured. As long as her and Aiden aren't dead, it's fine, right? Except they both disappear. From the book, I mean. They're gone so long, I swear I forgot they existed. We see them again only in the end when Chrys finds them. And here I thought baby Aiden was the main character. How dare you treat our chosen one like this? I sure hope both Aiden and Iriel get more screen time in the next book. Superheroes and chosen ones deserve as much. L. Remember when I said I didn't know how I felt about Elle? Yeah, forget about that. I know now. I know damn well. Her name is still gonna be Elle, by the way. Elle in this book didn't grow up one bit. Okay, she did admit her previous mistakes, but that didn't stop her from making new ones. Still, I didn't mind Elle most of the time. I even enjoyed some moments with her. Her bond with Asher is adorable. Her loyalty to the Zeta is admirable. I thought she was smart to pretend that she didn't connect the dots with what happened to her home in the Feywild. Yes, she was a bit annoying with how self-centered she was at times, and how she'd never stop talking about missing Threadlight. Although I get it, okay? But the moment I became purely outraged at her is the second she thought pulling out a knife and sticking it in Alabella's chest was a good idea. Ooh, the anger. I could not believe what I was reading. That was absurd. Stupid. Author, take that back. Listen, I don't want to sound heartless here. Her grandfather had just died. She felt the heralds were baddies and she thought she could kill two birds with one stone. Stab the golden-eyed bitch to 1. Avenge the Zeta and the death of her grandpa, and 2. Prevent the fake-ass heralds from getting what they want. When I look at it this way, it kinda makes sense. But I'm still gonna be angry, okay? Because I'm the reader, and as a reader I have information that Elle as a character couldn't possibly know, so she can't be aware she's about to mess up, but I know she's messed up, so now I'm angry. Elle went into stabby stab mode so casually, and she was so proud of herself until Chrys came in like... And I said, yeah, no indeed. So, Elle, I guess you just signed your own death warrant. Your death in my heart. Rest in no peace. I hate you. Also, why is she the one on the cover? That's too big of a privilege that should have been given to the true star of this show, Alverax. Time to harass the author online so he puts him on the cover next time. Make the right decision, Zach. Alabella. I believe in Alabella supremacy. No more! What happened to her? She went from goddess to doormat? How can such a cool character fade into the background like that? I called her a villain before, but is she? She seems to genuinely care about helping people in her own way. Does that make her a villain? What makes a villain? You have 4 hours. I guess my problem with Alabella is that she basically remained the same character through book 1 and 2. She wants to create threadweavers, she's getting close to achieving her goals, people don't approve, no change there, same old. Well, I guess the one change is that I'm not her biggest fan anymore. Ouch, saying that hurt more than I thought it would. Book 1 Alabella used to be my favorite with how mysterious, bold, and powerful she was. Book 2 Alabella just sat there and let herself be stabbed. She knew Elle would probably try something to avenge her people. She even told her that. And she did nothing to protect herself with Elle constantly around. What is this? I thought she would be alright. She had been stabbed before, and that's how she became a threadweaver, by the way. Some accidental planting of a magic stone in her heart. So I was like, it's fine. She's used to this. But then she had the audacity to actually die. I mean, how dare? I didn't open this book to suffer. And perhaps the most outrageous thing about her death is that now we need her brother of all people to save the world. Unacceptable. Alverax. Alverax. What a freaking idiot! And I say this with all the love in my heart. Alverax must be the unluckiest person of all time. Or is it the opposite? I can't decide because all this dude needs to do in order to get in trouble is breathing. But at the same time, he always manages somehow to get out of trouble. One thing's for sure, he can never get a break. Boom, he's dragged to Thalia along with the Zeta. Boom, he ends up on the bathroom floor naked before the Empress's sister. Boom, he goes to a party and kills the Empress. Whoa, wait, what?
You killed the Empress. I got her. Wait, hold up. That wasn't supposed to happen, was it?
It wasn't him, but it doesn't matter. He's about to get executed. Because of course he is. It's Alverax. Alverax, just because you can, doesn't mean you should get yourself in trouble. But Gisena, the sister, saves him and he gets granted the important status of Watchlord, protector and savior of all Thalia. Because of course he does. It's Alverax. But listen to this. He ruins it with a single word in front of the supposed heralds. Gisena dies. Why is everybody decided to offend me today? Who's next? Alverax? I swear to God, if he dies... Zach, listen to me. Listen to me. You can kill anybody except our boy. He's the one character left that I genuinely care about. I think he's the only one having a true development in this book, and he went from second favorite character to the #1 spot. Yes, he keeps getting stupider, but he's also cooler, funnier, and freaking adorable. That scene where he helps a kid choose a star for his deceased father brought tears to my eyes. I would do the same if I could see stars at night, or if I could see anything anything. That was so adorable. Keep going like this and I might fall in love with him. Just like Jelium. Did I mention I shipped them? So Alverax follows Elle, Chrys, and everybody else to leave Felia and joins Cynosure by sea. And just when I think he's done suffering for a little while, the prisoner who came with Chrys and that I mentioned earlier, yeah, he showed his face and Alverax went, "Dad?
Are you my dad?"
This guy could be your dad.
I just sat there like, what? Who is Dad? What is Dad? And right after Alverax turned the page and said goodbye? Come on now, that's just cruel. At least I never have time to get bored with this guy. At this point, I just want him to live and be happy. Hopefully he doesn't end up erasing the whole continent from the map with his obsidian powers, because of course that would happen. It's Alverax. Jelium. Somebody better kill him. The Apogee. He's the most annoying villain I've seen in a while. Usually I either love, hate, or love to hate an antagonist. But the Apogee worm and his twin just annoy the crap out of me. That's it. I don't have anything else to add really. I can't explain my loathing for these characters. I mean, aside from the fact that they're the bad guys. But listen, this whole time I was like, y'all want to rule the world? Sure, I understand. But the moment I thought I'd break something was when Alverax said the word mercy. And the worm absolutely freaked out and killed Jelium. What the f was that? Mercy? No mercy.
Why are you the way that you are?
Please go to therapy. Alchaeus. He came out of nowhere with every bit of knowledge we are looking for, but he's still being mysterious for fun. This guy pulled a Hoyt on me, didn't he? I hate it. Well, maybe we met him before and we just didn't know. Okay, just a random thought, but hear me out. Remember that total stranger that helped Iriel and gave the obsidian dagger to Chrys? He's the one starting the whole Aiden is the key thingy. What if this guy is Alchaeus? Dude can teleport and we now know why he would want to protect a person like Aiden. Now, I don't know how he could have possibly known a special baby was in Iriel's tummy, but hey, I guess that's a mystery for another day. That epilogue too, I can't right now. All my intelligence has been spent on that one connection. I sounded angry, didn't I? That's because I was. But look at me still giving the book a good rating. Is this asking for more emotional pain? I guess that's what happens when said book is good. I heard some people say that Stones of Light is the superior book, even better than Voice of War. I don't have such preference. I think both books are equally as good. Most characters lack development in this one, but I see the story as plot driven anyway, so I'm much more interested in that. And overall, the pacing is really good and allows the story to progress smoothly. So no complaints on that. And at last, we are done for today. I've successfully turned all my gremlin screeches to actual words. I hope they made sense. Next video is a Cosmere one. Yay! And I'm planning lots of other fantasy content and lots of new projects. So if you want to keep updated, follow me on social media, and more importantly, please subscribe to my channel. More than half of you are watching without being subscribed. I see you. Come and join my army of witches. It's time to go now, and I see only one way to finish this video appropriately. Oh my god, Zach, why?